Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are with the new unit, the human eye and colorful world. And in this very unit, we are gonna first read about refraction of light through a prism. We have read about the refraction of light through a glass slab in our unit, namely as light. Now we're gonna read about another, you can say, optical device, which is called as the prism. What is actually prism? A prism is a homogeneous, transparent, refractive medium, and the prism which we are talking about, it is what is a triangular prism. This face is the triangular, this is a rectangular one, it is the refracting face. This is another face on this very side, that is again rectangular, and the base is also rectangular. But in nutshell, we will say a prism is a homogeneous transparent medium bounded by at least two non-parallel faces. This and this, they are non-parallel, and the angle between these two refracting faces, this is one refracting face, this is one refracting face. This base can also act as refracting face, but it depends upon the condition. So the angle between two, if the ray of light comes from this and leaves from this, then this is angle of prism. Angle of prism is the angle between two refracting faces. Angle of prism is the angle between two refracting faces, and the prism which we are taking is the equilateral one, and we have made here a principal section of this very prism, the fret portion of this very prism, the rectangular one, and this is called as the angle of prism. Angle of prism, this is the refracting phase, this is again the refracting phase, and this is base. This and this, they are refracting phases, this one and this one, these are refracting phases as shown here. This is a refracting phase. Wait, this is a refracting phase, this is again the refracting phase. This very, which is in the shades, this is what I meant to say, the base. If we are going to rest the prism on this, then this will act as base, this and this will act as a refracting face. So it is bounded by three, you can say, two triangular faces. This is triangular, and the back side, that's also triangular, and this and this, these are rectangular, also this is rectangle. So it is having three rectangular faces, two triangular faces. Among the three rectangular faces, two act as the refracting face and one act as the base. So now we will study about this. Let us have some incident ray of light. I will make it here once again. Now I will make the prism like this. This is the prism that which we are talking about. This is A, B and C, and this is angle of prism. Let this be a refracting incident ray on this. As this is a rarer medium, this is made of glass, this is denser medium, so draw a normal on the surface. This is a normal on the surface, and the ray of light, this angle is called incident angle. The angle made by incident ray with the normal, this is called angle of incidence. Now the ray, when it goes from rarer to denser medium, as it is denser, it will bend towards the normal. So we will show like this, towards the normal. This is called angle of refraction. Now at this very point, we will again draw a normal to the surface. Now the ray of light, it has to go from denser to again rarer. It will go away from light. This is called as angle of emergence. This again the refraction. So incident ray, this is called as the refracted ray. Refracted ray. This is called as emergent ray. Emergent ray. And this is called as angle of emergence. This is called as angle of incidence. This is a principal section of the prism. In this very prism, we are having two refracting faces. The angle made by incident ray with the normal is called angle of incidence, and the ray which is finally coming out of this very prism, that is called as the emergent ray. Now there is one another thing that you have to read. Now if this very ray is produced forward, it's going to move like this. Had not presence of this very face, it will go like this. And if we are going to present this as backward, they will meet at here, and this angle is called as angle of deviation. The angle between, this is called as angle of deviation. The angle between incident ray and emergent ray, the incident ray produces forward, the angle of deviation, the angle of deviation of a ray of light is defined as the angle between the directions of incident ray uh, and the emergent ray. Emergent ray is like this, it's going like this. I will produce backward, I will produce this forward, they will meet at a point, and this angle is called as angle of deviation, del. So now once a ray of light passes through this very prism, what happens? There happens a thing that's called dispersion of light. What is dispersion of light? The dispersion of light, so this was first I will the angle between incident ray and and emergent ray is called as angle of deviation. Now after this angle of deviation, we should have one another topic that's called dispersion of light. That dispersion of light will go study in next topic, but let me recapitulate this. Simply, we are having a prism which is made of glass. It is a homogeneous medium. This very prism is bounded by it is having actually three rectangular faces. This one is rectangular, this one is rectangular, and the base is rectangular. Among the three rectangular faces, the two are going to act as a refracting face, and the third is going to act as base. The angle between two refracting faces is called as the angle of prism. This very face hole and the back one, that those are triangular in shape. The ray which is incidental on one of the faces is called an incident ray. As it goes from rarer to denser, it will move towards the normal, and this very ray is called as refracted ray. At another, this very face, at face AC, it again goes from denser to rarer, so it will go away from normal. So this is, and finally comes out of the glass prism, and this very ray is called as emergent ray. The angle made by normal with the emergent ray is called angle of emergence. Angle of emergence, angle of incidence, refraction angle, angle of deviation. What is angle of deviation? The angle between the incident ray and emergent ray is called as angle of deviation. This is all for today for class 10th. Tomorrow will be with another lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.